Hello, Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode of the EVE Online 30-Day Challenge. So, I have a new home. Yep, calling a new place home, and making some changes, getting into some more of the advanced stuff in the game, and really just trying to work it. Let me bring on the guys here on TeamSpeak. How are you all doing, you guys?
Good.
They're an excited crowd. So, I wanted to ask, do any of you guys know much about collecting gas golly, why can't I say the word clouds? Gas clouds.
I've done it once or twice. Back in the day, it was really slow, but I think they changed it so it's a little faster, and better skills, it goes faster.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, those are just to get the stuff to make the different types of drugs.
Yeah. So okay. So if I wanted to, I wonder. I guess just what I would need to do if I wanted to go and get into that. So we don't have anybody here on TeamSpeak that's been that has made any money off of doing that.
Not a whole lot. I mean, the best stuff is going to be in low and nullsec, where basically it's the only place you can make the good boosters anyway.
Okay. Okay, well, maybe we'll come back to that. If we get anybody who's manufactured drugs, I'd love to talk about that. So maybe sometime in the future. Okay. So now I'm in my new home base, and I'm not sure what what my next venture is here. I figure that, this may sound funny, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I end up in my assets. That's how I've been navigating, is by assets. Does that sound kind of funny? So I know that if I leave here and I don't have any assets here, that I won't find it on the list of assets again. And I'm going to have to look up and figure out how to get back home.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm one room. Yeah, what did I have there? Yeah. And I go look. Of course. And then I find it in my assets.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, and also if I have been screwing around somewhere in 00, and think about what's the name of this system, because they have such stupid names. They're just random letters and numbers. Yeah, what? Yeah, I had a maelstrom there. Go to assets, look for maelstrom. There it is. So I do it as well.
So, holy cow. Let's see here. So I'm thinking about that. I think that the Rifter is the main ship that that I've been flying. It's probably what I have the most skills in too. So I was thinking about maybe buying a couple of them here and getting the outfit setup that I normally run around in. So looks like it's an okay price. It's only 5% above regional average. It's not too bad. So, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write this down, because where I have the other my other ships. Let's see here, they're 507,000 ISK, and so I have all those other rifters. I have like 30 of them, at the other station. And I wonder, with this being so much, I don't know. I guess I just wonder whether or not it makes sense to sell them all out over there if the price was cheaper here. I'd in fact be making some money as opposed to moving them. So okay.
The Rifter is for 480,000 in the fourth region.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, 507 here. Not too much higher. Looks like in this system, 500,000 is the no. There's some lower ones. Let's see here. 463,000.
The cheapest one in Cheetah is at 499,999.
Okay. I have a question for you. If I wanted to move ships from one location to another, I have to have a specialized ship for doing that, right?
That depends. If you have rigs on them, and then you can move ship up to 1,000,000 cubic meters by creating a carrier contract. Because I think the largest freighters carry a million cubics.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, but if they're not rigged, you just repackage them, and then you can move, I think, battle cruiser, and it's fit in a Tech 2 hauler.
Okay.
And if you want to move unrigged frigates, you just repackage them and throw them in a normal transport ship and move them. But if you want to move like if you're in low sec and moving ships from low sec to null sec fitted and rigged, it's best to use a carrier for it.
Like I said before, the absolute best industrial would be the Aderon 5 fully cargo hold expanded and fully cargo hold optimized, rigged, so that those things can pick up an entire jet can, and so you can probably fit at least a cruiser in it. Just packaged, and then maybe a frigate or so. And no, cargo extenders are not that's not bad advice. If no one's going to pop you for having a cruiser in your industrial. But if you need something larger, then go ahead and have a freighter do it for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But also, if you really want to go long, hard training, you would train for having a brain freeze here. The ore ship that has a hangar bay in it and stuff. You can actually put in a battle cruiser in that. Was that fully fit? I think because it has the hangar bay. Yeah, Orca. I'm actually probably 30 days from getting that if on one of my other characters if I ever wanted to.
Okay. I'm looking at my fittings here. Now, I don't know, maybe, okay, so we talked a little bit about designing, fittings for ships and coming up with what was best for a ship and everything. How can I, look at this fitting that I've got here and know whether or not this is a good fitting for me or not.
Takes experience. You can also look at the fittings on Battle Clinic, and as we said before, you can view the fittings that are rated in the EveMon application. And generally, what I do is I take the top-rated ones, right-click, and add to plan for those skills that those people have put on there. I'll review what it's going to put into the plan and see if I think that I actually need it or not. But that helps as well to use EveMon, look at those fittings that people will have, and add them to your plan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
go ahead.
well, people are talking about EFT. We're not talking about fitting stuff to a ship. We're talking about how does he know what to do. And Battle Clinic has the fittings that will help you see what to put on your ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but experience tells you that tons of fittings that are really, really, really bad. So it comes mostly down to your experience and the experience of the people around you.
The thing with the Minmatar is they're like jacks of all trades, and so their ships can either be, some of them can either be put shield or armor, and generally when you have more mids, you're going to be shield, more lows, you're going to be armor.
But as you see, the ship you're flying has 3 mid slots and 3 low slots.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to put a light armor fit on it and have it as a tackler, or do you want to shield fit it and speed fit it by putting speed modules and damage modules in the low slots? So for example, the ship you're flying, you can shield fit it or armor fit it, you can tackle fit it, you can range fit it.
Mm-hmm.
So just
I have no clue, other than some of the experience. I mean, I flew it with this configuration that I've got up there on the screen right now. I've flown it plenty of times that way, and it seemed okay, but I just don't. I don't have enough experience to know if something is better.
Yeah, I mean, you can say you're flowing it and it has been doing okay, but now you say, I'm gonna fly this and will it do okay? I'm gonna go with the gang and I'm gonna be the tackler. Then then you don't have any tackling modules or anything. So this fit might be good for in general, but if you're gonna do something else, it's completely
Okay,
useless.
so I can tell you that that my fighting style with so much aggression toward me is that I'm happy to get in there into battle. I like a little bit more endurance to take a few more hits, and then if I start getting too low, I like to be able to just get out of there. And so that's kind of my play style with all the war decks that we've got and everything.
Yeah,
It's with
it's
the
kind.
yeah with the modular system, it's however you fit is going to determine how you're going to fight. So armor tankers are usually, they're not going to be zipping around because armor tanking makes your ship go slower, and it's going to be active tanking. In at least with PvE, PvP, some people will put they're just buffers, and they put a big tank, and just hopefully your hit points outlast. With the shield, you can fit speed tanks with nanofibers in the lows to reduce the mass of your hull. And so some people with the sniper ships will speed tank, shield tank, and that they could stay at range with a micro warp drive and just snipe. So it all depends on how you're fitting the ship.
Well, that's why I was describing what my current gameplay is like, because wouldn't it work? You're talking about different things that I put on the ship equal what I can do. Well, let's reverse it and say, well, this is the stuff I typically do, so how would I fit the ship for that, for the best experience with that?
With
Now, if you're going to
this,
be you're going to be shield tanking the Rifter, then you would probably have a damage control on the lows and maybe a nanofiber. You could have the shield extender, and if you're not tackling, then you don't have to worry about the point or anything. Then you could just have maybe a web to slow people down that might be coming after you. And some people, after they fill out the top with the guns, you'll probably be having the artillery who are going to be doing a speed range tank. Then they put the last maybe an energy neutralizer or something in the last high there, so that if you're coming across someone that is using power, like a warp drive or something, or just try to take out some of their capacitor. So there's a whole bunch of different ways you can fit it. If you're running in a gang, then maybe.
I think what I'm asking for is, will you help me design a fit for this ship for the way that I play?
Yeah, this ship is a Type 1 frigate, and you are bound to die in it. It will
Is it
explode.
futile?
No, they are just flying. They are just flying much better ships. They can kill you in 1 or 2 shots. The only thing you can do in this ship to be effective, well, I think, is that's just do speed fit it so you can run away as fast as you can. In this, they fly Tech 2 frigates, which hack this ship to pieces in seconds. They fly cruisers with tracking computers that can hit you no matter how fast you fly. So in this Tech 1 frigates, you're gonna die.
Okay, so do I need to then just bite the bullet and bump up to Tech 2 frigates?
Now, you can also put in a tracking disruptor, and to help reduce the tracking of someone that you're attacking, if they're using, rails or lasers, especially like some of the lasers. Like, you can be in a gang of these things and just use tracking disruptors and help your fleet win, just because the other people can't hit as well.
But as for solo play, I would say you are doomed in almost every scenario in a Type 1 frigate.
Okay. So, then, what is my goal so that I can do better?
Really should learn how to fly the Tech 1 frigates first. You need to understand how to move around in space.
I feel like I'm going in circles here. I'm getting told that I shouldn't run this because I'm going to die, but I have to run it so I can learn it.
Yeah, you learn it by dying.
Well, okay, fine. So what's a good setup in this so that I can die in it?
You can try to let someone give you a tank fit, and you can try to shoot back. Evor fit, so you can try to jam them or try to disrupt them. Then you can try out some speed fitting, try to outrun them. And when you have mastered those, then you can, if you want to go do something fast, you can use your Dray Mules, or you can go in an interceptor. If you want to deal damage, then you go into assault ships, like the Tech 2 Rifter.
Okay, so let's
and then if you can do little electronic warfare on Tech 1 frigate, then you go into Tech 2 electronic warfare frigate. So
this is all just getting way very, very complex.
Yes.
What I thought was a pretty simple question, apparently, to my naivete, is not simple at all. And
no.
So, okay.
That's when the whole modular system comes up. Is that
Yes.
there's different ways to fit.
Okay, so let me just give this scenario here. Let's say I want to fit the Rifter here so that I can put a cloak on it and I can get around as fast as possible with that cloak because I just want to observe other people.
Well, just like you've already done, is you don't even need any mods if you're just going to sit there in space.
Well, that's true. I mean, I just do it in a newbie ship, which is what I was doing, and but I wonder if I put a cloak on this, will I get any better speed even with my speed reduction? Because I still need to fly around while cloaked, and I can't. I guess I can't use a micro warp while I'm cloaked.
Can't use any mods while cloaked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you get your speed minus 90%.
Right.
So,
If you want to move around fast while cloaked, get into a covert ops frigate.
yeah,
Right.
then we get back to that. Yeah, there's the circle.
Right. So I did buy a cheetah. No, I can't fly it, but it's going to take me 21 days of training to be able to effectively, or to at the beginning level, fly it. And so I've got a long ways to go on that, and I decided to pretty much to let my destroyers or whatever it is that I'm on right now training. I'm halfway through it. Destroyers.
Once you have that done, then get Frigate 5.
Frigate 5.
Because once you have Frigate 5, that opens up all the Tech 2 frigates, your
Okay.
covert ops, and everything else.
So I'm running into where I need more skills again.
Welcome to E.
Yeah. Welcome back, Rollas.
Hey, I missed you. I missed you on Saturday, and then we missed you Monday. And
Yeah,
what
Monday.
happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, things are fine. Google blew up, and its shrapnel hit my store, and I was picking up pieces. To put it slightly.
Is that a Warzy metaphor?
No, but Google Checkout decided to. They either changed their format of their API or they have a serious bug. Nobody has determined which yet. It's still down. In Google Checkout, their merchant service. And so every order that came in with Google Checkout had no name, no email, no association whatsoever as to who the customer was in our system.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so we had all these payments coming in and we didn't know who to send them to. Who to, we knew what they were buying, but we didn't know who they were, how to hook them up in the system or nothing. So
Oh, that was me, by the way.
that was you? What, were you one of the people who purchased?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. Anyway, it's.
I see that's not a very happy thing for you right now.
Well, I can tell you that we're losing business because of it. So a significant portion of our business goes through Google Checkout, and we have it turned off right now.
Can you unwind that?
No, that we'd have to enter in every order manually, and
I'm saying, like, until this gets fixed, can you just turn off Google? And...
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I turned off the Google, the Google Checkout.
The Google has been terminated.
Yes. So on the same day where they hit the highest record-breaking stock price of any stock ever, and Google I/O is going on, all of their techs must be out at Google I/O, partying it up, and not paying any attention to this outage. So it's day 3 of the outage.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is
sucks.
No bank would ever do that. What if PayPal went down for 3 days? I mean, what the hell? So, anyway, okay, I'll get off that soapbox.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that horse was too high. I needed to get down anyway.
Something happened about Rifters about 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
before they changed the Rifter and the way they nerfed a bit of the tracking disruptors. Is QCats would go out in Rifter games with this setup, and we would tracking disrupt the appropriate ships and kill things much larger than us due to the Rifter speed and the speed tanking and tracking disrupting, plus just knowledge and skill. If they pop out drones, you change targets to the drones, kill the drones, and then go back onto the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you wouldn't be able to really do that much with probably armor tanking Rifter. Sometimes we would have an armor tanking Rifter to take a few more hits, and so that they would have emits for the point and web. Since there's only 3 right now, but it would be a whole lot easier if you were Galante and then like you could just say armor tank. That's it.
Okay, well, yeah, this is
For
just
Caldari, mostly shield tank.
Okay, I'm giving up this subject for the moment. We're going to go on to another subject. I'll solve that. Okay, my shuttle here. How do you repair a ship?
If you want to repair yourself, you need to train the skill either for the shield or armor.
Oh, so I actually have to skill for this. It's not like just something I buy at the station.
No. Yeah,
Well, you can buy it. You can buy it at the station. But if you're going to be repairing again and again on bigger ships, you'll spend a lot of ISK. So you want to learn how to self-rep.
I see. Okay, so well then let's talk about both of these because so chat room is saying right-click, select repair on the ship.
That's if you want to have the NPC station pay. You pay the station to do that.
And that's only available in stations that have repair facilities. Yeah.
Which apparently I don't have that ability here because I don't see it on the menu.
Nope, you don't have. I'm sitting.
Okay. Well, okay. So
Hey, CCC, what's up, buddy?
we're this is working out swimmingly here. Whoever came up with that term, swimmingly. Okay, so since I can't repair here, I guess it would be as simple as right-clicking and selecting an NPC repair. Then great, but I don't have that option here, so then I've got to learn some repairing skills.
With a shuttle, you cannot self-repair because then you need to fit an armor rep and or a hull rep, and you cannot fit any modules to a shuttle.
So I guess my only choice for this guy is to fly somewhere where he can be repaired, or do I just trash him and buy another one because they're so dirt cheap?
Yes.
That's not the answer I was looking for.
And also you can just as well fly it with half armor or something. I mean, you're gonna get destroyed in 2 shots anyways on a shuttle.
Or fly it broken.
Right. So I don't have any. Let's see. Ship's info. Will this show any of the stuff about it? See, this doesn't even. I left Space Dock earlier with this ship, not knowing that it needed repair. I had forgotten that the last time I had flown it, that I had gotten attacked and gotten away. But
Yeah. Someone says you could probably just reprocess the shuttle and buy a new one.
reprocess the shuttle.
Get the minerals from it, sell the minerals, buy a shuttle.
Interesting thought. And so, okay, let me go to my inventory here. Ship hangar.
This is tin foil that you had wrapped around your pizza from last night. Yes, you can reuse it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to?
Well, I don't know. This is an exercise in figuring this stuff out. So I have reprocess and repackage. Both of them have been mentioned. Repackaging it won't do anything. Won't repair it at all, will it?
You can't repackage until you repair it. And if you're not in a station that has repair, you can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Item is damaged. Okay, you are correct. So then if I go to reprocess, that actually will just take it down to its components and give me the components, right?
Minerals.
Based upon your skill.
Based upon my skill. So it's
Yeah.
going to give me
And
2,079
your faction.
titanium.
And how much do you lose?
I don't
Just-
know.
No, just drag the window out. So you can see further. Then
Okay.
you can see how much goes to waste because of your skills.
312. So 15%.
And then there's a fee if you don't have standings. We take is the amount that they take as a cost if you don't have standings with the NPC station that you're at.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder how much this amount of titanium would be worth. View market details.
It's about 5 ISK. 5
Total?
ISK per.
Oh, I'm going 5 ISK for my whole ship? So, okay, 4.86 ISK. And they're going to give me 2,079. So that's 10,100 ISK. And that's not very much. So I want to just look at the shuttles here, the Minotaur shuttle. And it's still fetching orders. What's going on here? There are none?
Yeah, and you
Oh, there we
can't
go.
sell it. You can't sell it unless you repair it either.
Right. So it's going to cost 14,000 to buy one of these. There's none available in my station here. Well, they are way crazy expensive. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that it's okay to just fly it dinged up. It'd be like my car in real life.
So
It's-
for a brand
it's
new
at about
player
half
that's starting
armor.
out, you're getting into an area where a lot of people make some good ISK when they're first starting out, where they find items that are currently selling below what the refined value is.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm. So,
And put out biotes for all kind of Tech 1 shit. For the below of the mineral price, so that they buy them in cheap, reprocess them, and sell the minerals for more money.
yeah. And is that from people just posting stuff, making a mistake, not knowing that they could have gotten more for it, or is there some other market condition at work there?
With poor reprocessing skills, it might not pay off for you to reprocess yourself. With top reprocessing skills and good standing, you get much more material out of the module than player with no reprocessing skills and bad standing.
Sometimes that happens due to market conditions. You'll have an item that is in short supply, and it'll start making a lot of profit. It'll show up on a bunch of people's spreadsheets. They'll overproduce it, and then they chase the price down. They play that ISK war pricing game where they chase the price down, and while they're chasing the price down, mineral prices will spike up. And they don't adjust. They don't know what they don't realize what has happened. And in those kind of situations, I've had a lot of cases where I've been able to buy billions of ISK worth of battleships and just reprocess them and sell the minerals and make a ton of money, just because there was a lot of people not paying attention to the movement in the mineral prices.
You kind of have to really be on things for that, don't you? You have to be very astute.
Well, it's a career. It's a career in Eve. I mean, it's one of those things. Some people get really, really, really good at PvP, and other people get really, really good at market trading.
I never see myself being really, really good at PvP, honestly.
It is as complicated to figure out as figuring out 10,000 different products in the market and trying to figure out what to build and what to dump and what to invest in.
Well, that's something that I'm a lot better at. So recognizing the niche that's not filled and then filling it and filling it well and making an enormous amount of money off a niche. So
yeah, we'll have to do a couple episodes with some JITA trading.
I have my skills up for that.
Good.
I brought my contracting, which I don't know if I need anything else, but I got my contracting up pretty high. I think it's contracting is level 3.
I consider that one of the last skills to train when you're doing station trading.
Yeah, you need to take the trade skills up for like 1 million skill points. Skill points or something for being able to pay lower taxes and putting out more buy orders and putting out more sell orders.
Yeah, you're going to want to do the trade skills to at least 4 of each, and that way you're able to sit in a station, you can buy from a station, however many solar systems away, you can place orders in that station, and so forth.
I can see that. You're making the money off the margins.
Well, JITA is a classic example of that. I see that this is the case in real life as well, but more so in the game. There is a premium that's paid for convenience in the game, and if you find items that move very well and can buy them 2 or 3 jumps away from JITA and move them to JITA and bring them there, and you're willing to play that ISK war game, especially as a new player, you can make a ton of ISK because somebody doesn't want to fly 2 jumps more to go get the rest of their fitting or that skill book that they need.
I played around with the station hauling using the Eve Central trading website thing that you just enter in your route, and it'll show you what's along the route to pick up and all that. Just gotta be careful with it and realize it could expire, and it helps when you have multiple characters. You could sit in those stations and say, okay, yeah, that is accurate right now, and keep in mind of the margin trading scam as well.
Margin trading scam?
I told you about that, where you can go and if it looks too good, it probably is, and then there's that feature. Yeah, it's actually, I consider it a bug, but they have kept it in as a feature.
Okay.
And it really ticks me off that they keep it in like that. It's the only thing in the game where you can scam someone and no one will ever know who it was.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here.
Hey, on a side note, remember that cutting out thing that was happening with my voice?
Oh, it quit.
Yeah. After 11 months, we finally got it isolated.
What was it?
You'll never believe what it was.
Well, maybe.
It was my cable modem.
Oh, interesting.
It was every 20 seconds I'd have packet loss on average.
And so it was just it having an error and recovering?
I have no idea what. I mean, I didn't diagnose the thing or try to figure it out. We replaced it and it works.
That's awesome. Yeah. I once had a problem. I'm sure you guys remember the days before cable modems. I mean, there's still a lot of ADSL around. and I was switching to ADSL for myself, and my dad said that he wanted me to switch him as well. So I phoned in both orders at the same time, and his house was probably about a mile away from me, but we're both on the same central office. And so we got the DSL, and it was up and running. It was all nice and fast and everything, for because we were moving from dial-up. And then I had this problem every once in a while where I'd get knocked offline. And then my dad started calling me saying, "Hey, I'm having this problem getting knocked offline." And so I'm like, well, it's funny. I've been having this problem as well. I'm trying to get back on right now, and it's I get on, but then 5 minutes later I'm knocked off again. And he's like, well, I just got knocked offline. And what we figured out is that every time he logged in, I got logged off. And every time I logged in...
Was it the same account? They put it under the same account somehow?
They crossed the ground wire at the exchange, or they crossed a wire at the exchange.
But it just happened to be the two of you, so it wasn't like an accounting database thing.
No, it was the technician
that's bizarre.
Was putting in both of them and crossed a wire so that every time he came online, it knocked me off. Every time I came online, it knocked him off. And I spent more than 40 hours on the phone with tech support to finally figure that out. And
it's been 11 months for me dealing with this, and I do consulting work, and I use VoIP to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so for 11 months, my clients have been dealing with that same drop-off.
Oh my. Yeah, it was really incredible. I was so furious whenever we figured out what it was, because what would happen with ADSL is that you would call you would have an ISP and then you'd have the phone company, and they were typically not the same. And I'd had so many problems with ADSL before that I said, screw it. Quest has both the ADSL and they are my phone company. I'm going with them, so that they can't play this dumb game of saying, well, it's your ISP, and the ISP saying, well, it's your phone company. Because I used to do that back and forth all the time, and it really used to piss me off. And so then I found out that that Quest DSL and Quest Telephone are actually two different companies. They played the same game in themselves, and I'm like, I pay it on the same bill. I am demanding that you fix this. And anyway, finally figured it out, but I couldn't believe how much time we had to spend on that. It was just absolutely incredible. So, it was dumb. So, anyway, are any of you here experienced at gate camping?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have done it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the primary PvP things in EVE.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It could get kind of boring.
yeah, unless you're doing it as a social thing, as I explained earlier with the mining, you can be flying around. Nobody really wants to go anywhere, so you just pop a gate and chat and fool around on TeamSpeak and in the chat while you can kill the occasional innocent pilot that comes by.
Mm-hmm.
And until they figure out where your camp is, because you've been there too long, and come out and wipe you out.
Is that how it usually ends, is you get wiped out?
Nah, not usually, but sometimes. Sometimes you have to run when...
So, can you effectively gate camp all on your own? Or do you need a group?
Yeah, you can put up a drag bubble and put up some containers and hope for something. Then you just wait close by, cloaked or not cloaked, and hope for someone to get in your bubble, tackle him quick, and kill him. So you can, but it requires skill, and you need to be in 0-0 to be able to put up the bubble.
Right.
So
I had something happen to me on Sunday. I played a while on Sunday, and I was I was just flying through, just like I am right now, and all of a sudden I hear all these booms, and my ship is gone. And I think that what the kill log said is that I got smart bombed.
Yeah. Then just as you, then someone was sitting. It can't be that someone was sitting at his bubble. Was it in 0-0 or at the gate?
I don't. It was at a gate.
Yeah, was it in 0-0 or low sec?
Maybe I don't remember.
You lead the kill, Markee.
Yeah, just put the kill into court chat.
Let's see here. Combat log, and here it is. So there, I put it in. Yeah, it was the Urine Alliance.
Yeah, you got smart bombed, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of shocking, but then I realized, it was IT Paladin, I think it was you before that was talking about when we were flying somewhere on Saturday, that you were taking a little bit alternate course in case of smart bombs. And I thought about that, and I'm like, oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah, especially since you were broadcasting as you were moving around in frigates and shuttles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got blown up pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what happens usually with Tech 1 frigates. Or frigates in general. If someone gets you standing still or moving slow, they die really fast.
You could just be minding your own business, going through low sec in a shuttle, and then you warp to a gate, and suddenly you wake up in another station.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Just have a battleship sitting in the path line from the gate that you're warping from with smart bombs running.
And smart bombs, now explain to me what smart bombs are. How do they work?
They're just an area of effect that goes around the ship and blows you up as you go within range of them.
Okay.
They work in a radius. Just you can see if you check smart bomb info, you can see area of effect. Works in that radius around the ship.
Now,
I think the large ones are like 5 kilometer radius around the ship or something like that.
Another word is disco.
Okay, so if I were to place smart bombs, when you place a smart bomb, do you have to place it right at the time you want it to explode, or you place it out there and somebody runs into it like a mine?
No,
It's
on your ship. High slot module. You activate it, then your ship sends out a wave of damage every few seconds.
Oh, every few seconds.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, it depends on the smart bomb.
So if you know somebody else is coming in another gate and they might be coming toward your gate, you just sit there then with
Your
smart bombs on, and it then you nail them just as soon as they arrive.
Yeah, but then someone gets pissed because you were smart bombing them and you're aggressed. They orbit you outside of the range of the smart bombs, and their friend come in and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Most battleship people that are doing that in low sec are going to have their lows full of warp stabs, and so you won't be able to tackle them anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's it's almost like a booby trap bomb,
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, you gonna finish the Epic arc?
Oh, I don't know, maybe one of these days. I suppose if we run out of content to talk about or do, which after talking to the guys before you got here, I don't think we're going to run out at all.
Maybe in 4 years.
Yeah. Well, I was a little bit worried about that. I had 20 items on my list on Saturday, and we blew through all of them. And so I was like, crap, you know. My list in total is only about, after that was only about 50, 55 more items. And so I'm like, if that's the case, I'm going to be out of content in a few days. But we decided we can go on to more advanced stuff.
Yeah, we decided.
Yeah, I heard somebody was saying that you were trying to talk about maybe anchoring a POS, and I wanted to talk with you about that. I hope somebody talked you out of that.
I have no idea. We weren't talking about that.
No, we would.
Oh, I heard somebody say you were going to anchor a POS and do research or something like that.
No. That was somebody else's stream.
Yeah. Let us never mention that ever again. That's a horrible.
Yeah, that's something you can do when, but I would never stream it.
Yeah, most definitely not. You can do that when you have your own low-sec corp in like 2 years or something.
I see.
And super industrial characters so that it will pay off, and yeah.
I don't even know what it is, so.
No, we'll just get to that.
It's your own. It's your own, basically your own station, if you will, anchored to a moon. It's not a station, but you can put services on it that act like a station.
Mm-hmm.
Just to explain, you put up a control tower, which shields. It has shields around it. Then you just put up modules that connect to the tower. The tower powers them up, and the modules they can do research, they can do moon mining, and you can have hangar, you can be building ships there. So just by you have this basic tower, you have 3 sizes of them, and then you just they have different power output and CPU output, and then you just you can do basically everything, but it takes a long time and you need to refuel it, and the logistical nightmare if you have a lot of them. So, and that's a really advanced stuff, and you need a lot of skill to be able to operate it so it pays off.
And people too. You want to have people.
No, I've been running a POS by myself, and so I didn't have any people helping me with that. But it's a horribly boring thing to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I was running a research POS in Isaac because none of the station had any research research slots, so I was researching blueprints in a POS in Isaac.
Sounds exciting.
Now remember to repair your shuttle.
Oh, I can repair here? Repair shop.
Save that 10,000 ISK.
Well, I don't know. It's going to tell me how much it's going to cost. Well, it's only 492 ISK. Okay. Repaired. He feels good as new. Look at that. He's had a shuttle wash and everything. They polished the solar cells or something.
I always thought it would be interesting if they put some kind of material weakness into the ship, that after it gets damaged and repaired so many times that it takes damage faster.
Mm-hmm.
Metal fatigue, you know?
Right.
That is a horrible idea. Then your expensive PvP ship would just wear out if you take hits a few times.
Then you never buy a used ship on the market, you know?
Yeah, and then you would make money by selling maybe new ships.
Yeah, you could be a used car salesman.
Yeah, with higher flow of ships, you could make more ships and bump up the price and make even more money off me. So it's all his own wealth plot against the world.
Okay.
That would certainly complicate the market
No.
considerably.
Hey, this is going to be the end of the episode here. If you're watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll do a drawing. And if you're watching on YouTube, well, you just have to wait for another episode tomorrow. And so I shall be right back.